What would you do if your mom told you to lie to the cops about how your dad died? Yeah, that actually happened to me. I was 17. My dad had just died in a car crash. That's what everyone said, but it never felt right. Nothing did. The weird part? He wasn't even driving drunk. He didn't drink, not even on holidays. My dad was the kind of guy who ordered a Sprite at bars just to piss off the bartender. But the morning after he died, my mom sat across from me at the kitchen table. No tears, no sadness, just a cup of black coffee and a stare that could slice bone. If anyone asks, she said, your dad had a drinking problem. Tell them he was wasted when it happened. I laughed, like maybe she was joking. She wasn't. He didn't drink, I said. He did. Now. Then she got up and walked off like it was no big deal. Like rewriting his entire personality was just another chore on her to-do list. That night, I couldn't sleep. Tossed and turned until like 2 a.m. Then I heard her voice, low, whispering. I got up and pressed my ear to her door. She was on the phone. Don't say anything, she said. He deserved it. She laughed, soft and sharp, like she was proud. My heart just froze. I didn't move for 5 whole minutes. Just stood there, listening, trying to convince myself I'd heard it wrong. The next day, I asked her again. Why do you want me to lie? She didn't say anything, just stared at me. And then, like a switch flipped, she snapped, started screaming at me, calling me ungrateful, crazy, disrespectful. I asked one question and suddenly I was the enemy. Later that night I went into the garage to grab some old photos. I found his phone, hidden behind a stack of paint cans. It was locked, but I knew his passcode, his birthday. There was almost nothing on it. No texts, no photos, no call logs, except one voice memo, titled, If anything happens to me. I hit play. His voice came through, scared, shaky. She knows. I think she knows what I did, what I found. If anything happens to me, and then it cut off, just like that, static. And then I heard something else, a creak, behind me, in the garage. I turned around so fast I knocked over the paint cans. Nothing was there, just the usual garage junk. But I swear, I could feel it, like someone had just left, that electric feeling in the air when someone's watching you. I grabbed the phone, ran upstairs, locked my door, and shoved a chair under the handle. I played the memo again, over and over, hoping maybe I missed something, a name, a clue, anything. But no, just, she knows what I did, and static. What the hell did he do? The next few days were weird. She started acting like nothing happened, making pancakes, asking if I wanted to go shopping, like she hadn't just turned me into an accomplice to a cover-up. I kept my mouth shut, but I started watching her, closely. Every move, every phone call, every time she left the house. And then something strange happened. Our neighbor, Mr. Callahan, the dude who always wore socks with sandals and yelled at squirrels, stopped me outside. I'm sorry about your dad, he said. He came by the night he died, said he needed to hide something, told me not to trust anyone. What did he give you? I asked way too quickly. He looked around, like we were being watched. Come by later, he whispered, when she's not home. That night, I faked being sick. Mom went to visit my aunt or whoever. I waited 10 minutes after she pulled out the driveway and sprinted to Callahan's place. He handed me a flash drive, no words, just gave it to me like it was poison. It had a piece of tape on it that said, don't trust her. I ran back home, locked myself in again, plugged it into my laptop. Only one file, a video. I clicked it. It was my dad, in his car, looking straight at the camera, sweaty, scared, breathing like he'd just been chased. If you're watching this, something happened. I was right. I know who she really is. I know what she's been hiding. And it's not just about me. And then for the first time he said it. She's not your mother. I swear I stopped breathing. What? He kept talking, but the video started glitching. The sound cut in and out. The last thing I heard clearly was, she took everything. The files, the names, if she finds out I copied them, then the screen went black. And my laptop just shut off. No warning. Dead. I reached down to unplug the flash drive, but it was hot, like burning. I dropped it, and that's when I saw headlights in the driveway. She was home. I kicked the flash drive under the bed, slammed my laptop shut, and jumped into bed just as the front door opened downstairs. Heart pounding, ears ringing. She walked in like everything was normal. I heard the fridge open, ice clinking, cupboards closing. She was humming, like a damn psychopath. 10 minutes later, she knocked on my door. You feeling better, sweetheart? I froze. My voice came out shaky. Yeah, just tired. A pause. Then, okay, let me know if you need anything. Her footsteps faded. I didn't move until I heard her door click shut. Then I rolled out of bed, pulled the flash drive out with a sock, and wrapped it in a towel. There was no way I was plugging that thing back in again. Whatever was on it fried my laptop, and I wasn't about to be next, but his words were stuck in my head. She's not your mother. The hell was that supposed to mean? I snuck into the attic the next day. Old photo boxes, documents, yearbooks, all the dusty crap no one ever looks at. I found my birth certificate. At least, a birth certificate. Name, mine. Date, right. But under mother, it wasn't her name. It was someone else. Someone I'd never heard of. Lena Ward. Who the hell is Lena Ward? And why was her name scratched out in pen? I took the paper, folded it into my hoodie pocket, and kept digging. I found a box labeled Campbell Private. I recognized my dad's handwriting. Inside, a stack of photos rubber banded together. I flipped through them fast. One caught my eye. It was her. My mom. But not the way I knew her. Different hair, different face. Something about her eyes. Cold, wild, empty. She was standing next to a man I didn't recognize. On the back of the photo, it just said, 2003, Guatemala. She said her name was Kara. Kara? Who the hell is Kara? I was born in 2007, which means whoever Kara was, she'd known my dad years before I existed. I started shaking. Everything I thought I knew, my family, my childhood, suddenly felt fake, staged. And then the attic floor creaked. I turned around. She was standing in the doorway, smiling. I was wondering when you'd find that box. I froze, completely. She stepped into the attic, slow and calm, like we were just two people chatting over coffee. Like I wasn't holding a photo that proved she'd been lying to me my entire life. You're probably confused, she said, brushing dust off an old box like this was a casual family moment. But it's time you knew. I didn't say anything. Just kept one hand in my hoodie pocket, gripping the birth certificate like it was a weapon. You were never supposed to find out like this, she went on. But your father, he got nosy. Started digging into things that didn't concern him. Like what? I asked finally. She tilted her head, like who I really am. She took another another step forward. I took one back. He thought he could keep secrets. That flash drive? Cute, but incomplete. What happened to Lena Ward? I asked. She's my real mom, isn't she? She smiled. She was, but she made some poor choices. And your dad, he needed help. I helped. What does that even mean? I snapped. It means, she said, voice low now, that everything you have, your house, your school, your entire life, is because of me. And you're welcome. You're insane. Her smile disappeared. No, I'm prepared. Your dad wasn't. He wanted out. He got scared. And scared people do stupid things, like trying to expose me. So you killed him? She didn't flinch. You think he died in a car crash by accident? I felt like I was gonna puke. My chest was on fire. My whole body buzzing with adrenaline and rage. She took another step. But here's the thing, sweetheart. I still care about you. I raised you, fed you, loved you. That counts for something, doesn't it? No, it doesn't, she sighed. That's a shame. Because you're in deeper than you realize. What does that mean? But she didn't answer. Just turned, walked out, and left the attic door open behind her. I didn't sleep that night. Next morning, I woke up to find my phone missing. My laptop, gone. Even the photo box had vanished. She was erasing everything. I checked my hoodie pocket. The birth certificate, still there. And under my bedroom door, a note, handwritten. You want the truth? Meet me at the old storage unit. Come alone. No name, no number, just an address. I stared at it for a long time. Every part of me screamed trap. But the other part, the part that needed answers, was louder. That night, I snuck out. No phone, no flashlight, just a hoodie and a pocket knife. The storage unit was on the edge of town. Abandoned, mostly. One streetlight flickering like a horror movie cliche. Unit 119, that's the one the note said. I walked up to it. The lock was already open. I pushed the door up and saw him. It was him. My dad. Alive. He looked rough, gaunt, unshaven, like he hadn't slept in weeks, but it was him. He stepped forward fast and covered my mouth before I could scream. Shh, listen, he whispered. We don't have time. I was shaking, couldn't breathe, couldn't think. You're supposed to be dead, I mumbled when he let go. I had to disappear. I'm sorry. I didn't want to pull you into this, but she made it personal. Who is she? I asked. He looked me dead in the eye. She's not who you think. She's not even supposed to be in this country. She's dangerous. And she's not working alone. What do you mean? He pulled a tarp off a stack of boxes. Inside, papers, photos, passports, some with her face, some with other names, some with no names at all. She changes identities every few years. New job, new city, new mission. I met her when she was posing as a translator for an NGO in Guatemala. Back then, she was Kara. And you just brought her home? She saved my life. Or I thought she did. I didn't know who she really was until it was too late. He pulled out a passport and handed it to me. It had my face on it. Name, Tyler Ward. Nationality, unknown. What the hell is this? She forged your records, he said. You were born in Belize. She smuggled you out after your real mom, Lena, disappeared. Disappeared? She was part of a group trying to expose the people Kara worked for. They vanished, one by one. Lena was the last. I think she spared you. As leverage? Insurance? I don't know. I stumbled back. This is insane. He grabbed my shoulders. No, this is survival. You need to go. Now. Leave town. Change your name. Take this. He shoved a USB into my hand. This has the rest of the files. Every name, every location. If she finds out you have it, I heard tires outside. He went dead silent. Too late, he whispered. Lights spilled into the storage unit. I backed away. Dad, what's going on? He looked at me with that same terrified expression from the video. Whatever happens, don't give her the drive. Don't trust anyone, not even me. What? But before he could answer, the door slammed shut behind me. I turned and saw her, smiling, again. She stepped into the storage unit like she owned it. No fear, no hesitation, just pure control. My dad didn't move, didn't speak. He just slowly raised his hands like this was some kind of standoff. She looked at me. You okay, sweetheart? She asked, like we were still pretending this was a normal family fight. What are you? I asked. Voice cracked. Her eyes flicked to the flash drive in my hand. Put that down. No, she laughed. You have no idea what's on it. Then tell me. You wouldn't believe me if I did. Try me. She took a step forward, eyes locked on mine. It's not about your dad, or even about me. It's bigger, global. That drive holds names of people who don't exist, but they run everything. Like what? Some secret government? She smirked. Worse. Private. They don't care about laws. They write their own. My dad finally spoke. She's part of them. An asset. Embedded. Her job was to neutralize threats. I didn't realize I was one of them until it was too late. She didn't even blink. You talk too much. Started digging. Got emotional. You killed people. I did my job. I stepped between them, holding the drive tighter. So what now? You both want it? You both want me? My dad whispered. Run. I'll hold her off. She raised an eyebrow. Cute. He lunged. She moved faster. Before I could even process what was happening, she had a blade in her hand. Not a kitchen knife. Tactical. Clean. My dad hit the floor, bleeding from the shoulder. No! I screamed, dropping to him. Still think she's your mom? He growled through gritted teeth. I never said I was, she said casually, wiping the blade on her jacket. Then she crouched next to me. You can come with me. Right now. We leave this all behind. New name, new life, or you run. Alone, scared, hunted. I stared at her, at him, at the flash drive. And then I ran. Out of the storage unit. Into the dark. No idea where I was going. Just moving. I ran until my legs burned. Ended up at an old train station. Abandoned, except for one payphone. I picked up the receiver. No idea who I was calling. I just punched in the number I'd memorized from one of the files my dad gave me. It rang. Once, twice. Then someone answered. Tyler? A woman's voice said. Is that you? I froze. Who is this? She paused. Then she said, I'm your mother. I almost dropped the phone. It was like my world had flipped upside down. I knew who it was. I could hear it in her voice. The one that haunted me in the back of my mind for years. A ghost of a woman I thought I'd never know. Who are you? I whispered, heart hammering in my chest. I'm your mother, she repeated, this time with more urgency. But you have have to trust me. You're not safe with her. My mind was spinning. My legs were shaking. What do you mean, not safe? She's using you, Tyler. She's been using you since the day you were born. She isn't who you think she is. She's been lying to you. Everything you know is a lie. Why didn't you come for me? I felt like I was suffocating. Why didn't you tell me who you were? I had no choice. I couldn't. They would have killed you. They were tracking you the whole time. The moment she found you again, it was over. I looked back at the station, knowing she was still out there, waiting. I wanted to say something, to ask more, but I couldn't. I was too terrified, too confused. Where are you? I asked, voice barely above a whisper. I can't tell you that yet. Not until I'm sure you're safe. I heard the sound of footsteps behind me. I turned around. My breath caught in my throat. She was there, but this time she wasn't smiling. Tyler, she said, her voice cold. It's time. I took a step back, instinctively clutching the phone tighter. The drive was in my pocket, burning a hole through me. The woman on the phone spoke one last time, her voice trembling. You have one chance. Don't let her win. I hung up. Then I turned and ran. If you made it this far, you already know what to do. Subscribing isn't just clicking a button. It's your pass to content that's actually worth your time. Hitting like? That's your way of saying, hell yeah, give me more of this. So don't hesitate. Make your move, and I'll see you where the real stories begin.